And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him. Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah. It's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter. Russell Westbrook out there with Harris. And it's Morrow in at the small forward position. To the left side wing. Ibaka comes with the double team. Jordan the pass to Navarro. That one a little long.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And the basket by Morrow.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
The Clippers in the lead. Pass to Navarro. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
The windmill finish. Now that's nasty. How do you do?
Finishes the play. Utter disregard for his own safety.
And his teammates still shaking their heads. You know what? He must have told them to be on the lookout for something special.
Knocked away. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Waiters, he's checked in for Harris. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Ibaka, this is to Waiters. And the layup is good.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Here's Westbrook, and it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Westbrook, 11 points in the game. Here's Morrow, misses the layup.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Navarro, lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Jay's got 19 points.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now here's Westbrook. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Here's Navarro. And it's off from 3-point range. Thunder trailing by 5. Stolen away. Here's Paul. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Here's Navarro. The shot will not go. Ibaka with some nice D. Oklahoma City has gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Kanter kicks to Westbrook. Waiters gets a wide open look, and again Oklahoma City no good. Here's Los Angeles now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Takes the 12-footer and hits. 21 points for Jay.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here is Ibaka. 14 points from him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game, just a major presence on the D.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. His message to them was all about getting high percentage shots and having the crisp ball movement on the perimeter that it takes to get those shots. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Kings.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Now here's Westbrook. 11 points in the game, and he gets the bucket.
You love for any trip down the floor to end with a shot like that.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's Navarro, and he jams it with authority.
Tell you what, this is some serious showmanship here. Loving that tomahawk.
Clark, he came with force, and that's not just getting 2 points. He was sending a message.
Making a statement.
And also a momentum shifter. I mean, the energy, you can see it. Take a look at the bench. Those guys are fired up. That makes you want to fight.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Paul Pierce. Jay's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Paul in for Rajon Rondo. And then for Oklahoma City, Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. McGarry comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Anthony Morris. Shot's good.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Westbrook against Paul. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket, and you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Inside, banked in off the glass.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against the Brooklyn Nets.
And offensively, everything they did seemed to just come together beautifully. They threw a lot of things at the wall, and most of it stuck.
Yeah, it did stick in high-quality fashion, too. I mean, a multifaceted approach like that takes a really sophisticated, locked-in defense to stop it. That certainly wasn't the case that day.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Josh Smith, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Allen comes in for Jay. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Chris Paul.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Navarro, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook.
When you're hot, you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for Clutch. He has 17 points and 8 dimes. Excellent defensive presence on the glass and delivering some of that shot blocking skill, too.
He has really just owned the paint. Well-rounded performance.
Now here is Harris. His last outing, he had 8 points. Adams, nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Thunder trailing by 12. Outside Westbrook. Down low, here's Adams, and he gets it to go.
Of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
You're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Now Westbrook, following Ray Allen's three-point attempt. Westbrook kicks to Harris. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists in the game.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And that one's good. And that's now 21 points for Clutch.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Harris passes to Westbrook. Outside for Durant. Launches it. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's... And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up in jams like that.
The Thunder have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. And free throw good from McGarry. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
.59 seconds left in the first half of the game. Westbrook kicks to Durant. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
The Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
And Paul over to help. Westbrook against Paul. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Russell Westbrook.
The rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Navarro, the pass to Jordan. Left side, Griffin. The 3. Thunder with the rebound. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you've just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he just
threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to
and so we wrap up.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter was very positive.